What is up, Star Wars fans? Welcome back to the channel. Yes, I am not live again. I apologize. We got one more week of this. I got MegaCon going on next week that I'm going to be at. So we're not going to have another live show next Sunday, just preparing you guys. But I promise that I will have another pre-recorded video ready for you guys. I have this video here right now that I'm going to be playing. We may actually get a live episode today from Frankie if he's feeling comfortable with doing the show. If he's not, then you're just going to get this one episode. So just bear with me. We'll be back to the usual live shows as soon as all of this con stuff gets out of the way. Because, you know, it's con season, so, you know, I got to go out there and go try to find those deals, man. Still looking for those clone troopers. So that's what I'm up to. So today in the house, I'm going to be unboxing a figure that I've been wanting to unbox for a while now, and I just keep putting it off for one reason or another. But this is the Hot Toys IG-11 from the Mandalorian, which took forever for me to get it. But now that it's here, let's get out of the box and see if it's everything that I hope for. All right, so here's the box. Not much different than any other Star Wars Hot Toys box that I've gotten. Right now, what you see on the very front is IG-11 at the very center. It's all black with the gray sideways. You got IG-11 down at the bottom, and you got that nice orange banner that says Star Wars IG-11. On the side, you got another image of IG-11. Spin around to the back, and we have all of the credits, and then we're back to the front. Let's pop it open and see what it looks like inside. All right, so there's that nice card back like all the other Hot Toys have of IG-11 there, looking like he's in that first battle from the very first episode of The Mandalorian. And when you pop it off, there's the figure right there in all its glory. Let's get it out and see what it looks like. All right, and there's everything in the box. Good news, my Sony camera, I just found out it'll be here tomorrow. Unfortunately, not in time for this video, but it will be here tomorrow. And the next unboxing will have some awesome autofocus. I'll probably have a top view going. Who knows what else? Get all George Lucas on this video and stuff, so that we'll do all that. But let's focus on the figure right now. Here's what we got. You got IG-11 right here. He's packed pretty nice and neatly. See what accessories he comes with. Looks like you got his rifle. So you can get you a nice focus there. There you go. Check that out. Very nice detail on the rifle. That looks excellent. I like all of the sculpt and everything they put in it. Really cool details, man. This came out very, very good. It's even got some like brown weathering on it and all that. So very, very nice. I mean, y'all could catch all that, but looks awesome. They did a good job with that. You got a, looks like E11 almost, blaster, carbine. This one only articulates there. Oh no, it comes down and it's got a hook. This is awesome. I wish they would do that on more of these rifles, especially for the clones. There's a clip right there and it locks it right into place to keep that from falling down. That's something that happens a lot on all my other rifles like this. Really cool. I like how that came out. Really good. Nice. All right, you got a set of batteries. Looks like you got 6 batteries, so I'm gonna have to figure out where all that goes. I'll put all the batteries in before I show you the figure. You got the, I'm guessing the batteries going here, yeah. You got the bomb. That's awesome. The detonator that he used to kill himself. But I like that. This funny with this character is that he's one of my favorite characters from The Mandalorian. He has very little screen time, you know, throughout the entire show, except for like maybe a few episodes. Actually, a lot of screen time if you think about it. But there's his bandolier that he has. I think that's what these things are called. And you got all kinds of weaponry in there. He did have quite a bit of screen time when I come to think about it. But the screen time that he had, you know, I wish he was in more of the episodes. And also the other thing too is that it's like, you know, they killed him off. So he's an awesome character. I would love to see this character come back. Is there anything beneath it? No, there's nothing beneath it. So it's just this one base right here. All right, so let's get the figure out. Yeah, I would love to see this character, had to have seen this character in season 2, because he was an awesome character in my opinion. Really, really cool. Put him off to the side there. All right, not much going on with all that. You have the base and you have a waist grabber. Let's move that off here and I'll show you the base. So here's the base. It says IG-11 on it. It's got that sand base, like almost like Navarro, or maybe even the planet that he was on where they first found Grogu. So it's got that similar base to like what comes with the Mandalorian, textured and all that. All right, and then you get a waist grabber for this version of the character, this figure. All right, so let me put the batteries inside of IG-11, and then we can take a look at all the features up close. All right, so give me 1 second. All right, the batteries are all installed. Let's take a look at IG-11, man. This is a freaking cool figure. I like this figure a lot. There's some awesome stuff about this thing. First of all, just admire the details. Look at the rust areas here and all that. And this, the only thing I would say that I wish was a little bit better is this bandolier thing that they got on him. I think it's called a bandolier. I'm not really certain. It feels kind of cheap, you know, almost like paper. I kind of wish this was more of like a thicker, leathery material that would weigh down a little bit better. Because you see how it kind of floats up when you touch it with your hands. But I mean, I guess when you have it on display, it really doesn't matter. But I mean, just look at all the details and real metal areas in some parts. That's metal. And then right down here on this thigh, or I guess this would be his calf, but the lower section here of his leg, that is metal. So that's pretty cool. Everything else seems to be plastic, and it's got riveted joints and everything. So all that's really cool. It's got light up features. So the Tin Man's cap comes off, and then you could turn on his lights. Check that out. And it's got a little slot right there that, you know, slots itself right back in, and it clips right back in just like that. And looks like it belongs. But very, very cool features for the light up feature there. You can articulate the eyes and all of, I guess I'm going to use the eyes. I don't know what to call this stuff, but his head section here, this can all articulate around. So that is dope. All right, and you can see all the rust and details in that. This other piece here can rotate as well. Let's see, you can't really turn the head side to side because he's a robot. You know, he doesn't have really any kind of other motion whatsoever other than turning around. So there's no articulation to make his head turn side to side to give it that kind of like inquisitive look, if that's what you're trying to go for. But everything else is cool. Now the body articulates kind of like a robot would, I guess. So you have 90-degree bend in the arm like that. I do say that it does feel a little delicate to me. I'm a little afraid of moving it too much, but I mean, that could just be me being worried. The arm goes out completely that way. It can go all the way around actually. So you can go all the way back around like that. So you have all that kind of motion. But the elbows only have a 90-degree bend. You can only bend it like that, which is how he looks in the show. So there's not really any more reason to have it double jointed like that. Your wrists can turn, okay? They can, gotta hold them with both hands here for this part. You can move the wrist in and out, so it can turn like that as well. All right, and then every digit in the fingers articulate as well. So you can move all of these different joints here for the fingers to hold your weapons. So awesome points there for articulation, so that's cool. The body articulates as well. It could turn all the way around just like it does in the show. Or, let me see. I don't know if I want to turn it all the way around. But it can turn side to side pretty far. So you can get a real good 90-degree turn here at the waist, all right? So that's cool. There's no other bends there whatsoever in the waist, so you can't go forward or back here. So that's about as far as you got there. The legs can go out about that far if you're trying to pull it out to the side like that. And again, just those details, the rust and everything looks fantastic. All right. You can twist a little bit, so you can get a little bit of motion like that. You can go 90 degrees forward like that. And you can go almost all the way back. So you can do that as well too. All right. And then on the knee, you can go a 90-degree bend back that way. You can't go in the other direction at all. That's about as far as it goes, okay? No twisting really here at the lower section here. It's not a calf. I don't know what this is. That part of his leg, all right? The lower ankles, just like all of the other figures, can pivot side to side like that, all right? And then you can also tilt all the way forward and all the way back like that. So you can really get some good bends there in the feet. And that's really all the articulation points this figure has. One other thing that I wanted to share with you guys too is the thermal detonator that he has. This thing lights up. So when you turn it on, it blinks red like that. And let me get you a close up in on this so you can see the details. Because this thing is super cool. Look at that. The details on this are superb. Rust, all kinds of stuff. I love the way that red glows. It glows perfect just like it did on the show. So really, really cool. You know, I like that they did that. And even, like I said, the light up features here on the head are super cool too. Super, super cool. Very nice work on this figure all the way around. All right, let's put him in some poses and we'll get the Mandalorian back out here and we'll get him side to side with his compadre and check it out. All right, there goes my first pose. So looking like he did towards the end of the show where he's just battling it out with different stormtroopers, you know, shooting it out there. I like him. The droid looks really freaking good. They did a great job with all the details. The articulation points, it is what it is. It's because that's just what this kind of droid is. You're not going to get super high dynamic action poses out of this type of a droid. He doesn't have it. So no points taken away for any articulation. I'm adding points because they decided to put articulation in the fingers, and you can get the fingers all into the trigger and everything and wrap it around the gun handle. So I think that looks really good. They did a great job there. And just the details all the way around. Let me punch you in here so you can see this. And look at the details in the armor, man. Just the rust and everything that's going on there. It's fantastic. The only thing that I would take away from is this bandolier thing. It feels and looks like paper. So not really digging that at all. Probably gonna end up taking that off. I don't think I really need that, but towards the end of the show, he didn't even have it. So, you know, I don't think I'm gonna keep that on him. But everything else, I'm digging. So yeah, this is really, really cool piece. I'm gonna take and get another pose going for you guys. And then we'll get Mando out and we'll get a size comparison, maybe put a pose with them two together. So let's see what we can do. All right, there goes my second pose. I know not much of a difference, still guns blazing and everything, but he's an assassin droid. That's what he should be, you know, he's a bounty hunter. I like that I was able to get a little more action-packed pose here with the legs, just to give it a little more interesting look, kind of turn the hip a little bit on this one. I tried to put him in a kneeling pose. Not very easy to put him in a kneeling pose. Not enough articulation in the knees in order to get the leg in the right position. He kind of tips over. So that's not something that you're gonna probably be able to get to do. But other than that type of pose, any standing pose actually works pretty well. So that's what you can do with that. I'm gonna take and get the Mandalorian out right now so you guys can get a size comparison, put it in one more pose, and then I'll give you my final thoughts. All right, there's kind of like a third and final, you know, stoic, I guess, pose, or just, you know, photograph pose, I don't know. But I just wanted to have him side by side with the Mandalorian so you could see him. I also thought it'd be kind of funny to have the thermal detonator turned on, you know, like Din Djarin didn't realize that he turned on his directive and could possibly explode. So that's cool. You can see how much taller he is than Din. I think they did a great job with the scaling of him because he is taller than him in the TV show. So I think that looks pretty damn good. And I like the way he looks with the first version of the Mandalorian. This is the original figure that came out from Hot Toys. So I like how the two of them stand together. And I'm probably gonna end up posing these two guys together like this in one of my display cases because I think they just work very well together. So yeah, I like this figure. This IG-11 is super cool. I missed out on the IG-88 back in the day, so I'm hoping that, you know, Hot Toys will come back and release an IG-88. I mean, I can't see it being that much more difficult to create an IG-88 now that you have a lot of the parts here on the IG-11, even though I know there's a difference in size between even those two different robots. Still, you have some of these pieces that you could probably reuse or, you know, just scale in how you're going to do it. But yeah, I think it's a great figure. I like that they included some metal parts in it. The articulation is perfect for this type of figure. I do wish that it had a little bit more articulation right here in the upper chest. I think that would have been kind of good just to have a little bit of ability to twist it just a little bit down and up, or forward and back. I think would have been good, and a little bit more articulation in the knees maybe. But, you know, I know there's limitations based on the way the character design is. So that's it. Overall, I think it's a badass figure. It works really well with the other Mandalorian products that they have. So awesome stuff right there. Hope you guys were able to pick this one up. I think it's great. If you haven't already, hunt it down. It is the way to go with the Mandalorian stuff. You have to get it. So that's it, guys. Let me know in the comments below what you think about the IG-11. And until next time, keep it marvelous, and may the Force be with you.